Alrighty, welcome back to Canbrawl number 5, the final round, round 7, before the top 8. And we're watching Stephen Hitchcock on Grixis and Charlie Myers again on Black-White taxes, Orzhov taxes.
Very excited to see it. This is a win and in for the top 8. So both players are X and 1. Both players will bake it in on a win here. Both players will get knocked out on a loss. So very excited to see how this works out. We've seen Charlie on camera before, and he hopefully didn't use all of his luck in that round 3 of each match. And Stephen is one of the pioneers of Grixis. He is a member of Team Bus Stop, and he is only active in 7-point. I need to stress this. Stephen top 8'd an RC, the very first RC on Standard, and since then has only played 7-point. So it has been 4 years. This guy lives and breathes the format. He's a massive pioneer of it in Sydney, and if you want to know anything about the Grixis deck, this is the guy to ask.
He made like an hour and a half deck tech with
Yeah, he
Jim,
did.
right? Yeah. Look at the way he lays out his cards in a smiley face.
Nice little smiley face. Look, if he mulligans, it's going to become more and more of a frowny face. I've seen this technique before.
Yeah, right. That's excellent.
So this is going to be an interesting match. I know Stephen and Charlie know each other. They both play at Ashfield weekly, so they're probably very familiar with each other. It's going to be one of those more jovial matches, I would assume, just between like old friends.
All right.
Stephen leading here.
Duress.
And we see the reanimate that was so good for Charlie earlier. And then we have a Fatal Push, a Murderous Cut, a Bowmasters, Witch Enchanter, Felia, and 1 land.
So 2 points, 1 reanimate, 1 Bowmasters. Assume you take the point card.
Yeah.
Reanimate.
Look, I think it has to be reanimate.
Yeah.
Depending on the context of Stephen's hand, it's a bit hard to see as he puts it face down, but I did see, I believe there was a Git Probe in there as well.
Mm-hmm. Take the Fatal Push.
So it is take the Fatal Push.
Must
so
have a Tameo or something of that
yeah,
nature.
looks like there's a Ledger Shredder. Okay, so he has Ledger Shredder, Bauble, Git Probe, and 2 more lands. So
Sure.
we're protecting the threat. We can see Charlie doesn't have, any other interaction that isn't this Murderous Cut, which might take a few more turns to get online.
Yep, and we're not afraid of Wasteland or whatever here. So
Yeah,
you'll be able
exactly.
to get to the 2 mana to cast the Ledger Shredder, and then at least guarantee 1 trigger off of it.
Yeah, exactly. And with that Git Probe as well, if Charlie didn't have something to play on turn 1, you also got to see what that was going to be too.
Yep.
But yeah, our last round of Canbrawl today before we get to the top 8, and I can tell you we have already 2 Grixis players locked for the top 8. We have
Matt Judas is playing.
we have Judas playing for a slot. We also have James playing for a slot against the mono blue like Tolarian Academy. Sorry, the green blue Tolarian Academy kind of deck. So we could potentially have 5 Grixis players in the top 8 at this rate.
Is Simon on Grixis?
Simon is on Jund.
Okay.
Simon.
Trader.
Yeah, he was just like, you know what? I want to try Jund. I want to see how this is going. And so far today, Simon's lost to the companion app by failing to actually register for the event on time, despite being in the building for 20 minutes.
He was telling me, I haven't played in 4 years. I lost my first match to the companion app, and I'm 4-1-1.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you do anything else to give the field an advantage?
Okay.
Inquisition. I like what Charlie does here, where he separates the cards that you can take from the cards you can't.
Yeah,
It just gets the game to move along much faster.
For sure. It's just a nice little thing to do for your opponent. Make the decision easier. Yeah. You're still revealing the whole hand, but it also makes it easier for us.
Yeah.
It's nice and more spread out.
Yeah. Lord knows we need the help.
Yeah, it's getting late in the day.
All right, now we take the pointed card.
Yeah. But it's interesting that Stephen chose to lead with this and not with the Shredder now.
Yes.
So I think...
What do we have in hand?
So I think we drew the Inquisition, and he wanted to get rid of the Reanimate before playing the Shredder. So...
Interesting.
Charlie's going to have to play the Witch Enchanter as a land here to be able to actually keep playing spells. And, whoa, Voice of Victory.
It's interesting, too, because the Shredder's a little bit bad into the Bowmasters, right? And had an opportunity to get rid of the Bowmasters there, but obviously the Reanimate would just get it back.
Yeah, exactly. So okay, we've got his Drown Unlock. That's a great place to start here. We also have, I believe it's Undercity Sewers is the land in Stephen's hand. Now, Voice of Victory, very punishing card for these Grixis decks. They want to play at instant speed. They want to be able to use that interactivity at any point, not when you tell them to.
That's right, yeah.
So if Stephen doesn't Drown in the Lock this Voice of Victory, he's basically passing turn, right?
Yep.
And he bins a Preordain. This is the Final Fantasy promo Preordain. Lovely. Love to see it. Stephen, known, doesn't understand what Final Fantasy is, but then when the Magic set came out, he's like, I'll start playing some of these. Where should I start? And he's now become a very quick fan of the franchise.
Awesome. I think a lot of people have done that, actually.
Yeah, yeah. we've had very heated discussions of which Final Fantasy is the best, which one he should start with, which ones he should absolutely avoid. And yeah, Stephen is in a position every now and then with his work schedule where he can take, significant chunks of time off, or like there's down periods, so he gets to, grind games a lot. And he's really taking advantage of that. And that's how he gets these insane reps in with Grixis too, so.
All right, there's Deadpool again. In Stephen's hand.
Bane of my existence. We do have an expressive iteration as well, so...
This Voice of Victory card's so good.
It's very punishing. And like, the Legislator only being a 2-3 means you're not going to be able to take it out. This thing being a 1-3 is so obnoxious.
Yeah, it is.
There we go. As Steven said, I'll block a 1-1. And...
Why do you think he blocked the 1-1?
End step. Okay, so he's got 2 flash threats, I guess, that he can hold up.
Yep.
Plus he has the ability to Murderous Cut at any point if he'd like to as well.
Yeah, why wouldn't you block? I guess they're all 1 power.
They're all 1 power.
Yeah.
It's just so inconsequential. Like, I'm going to block something. I'm still taking damage here. This would be nice to see him swap with either of the creatures, honestly, on Charlie's side. If he plays the Deadpool and Charlie doesn't respond, then we get to swap with Voice of Victory, and all of a sudden, Charlie doesn't get to play either his Bowmasters or his Felia.
Yep.
And if he does respond, we can either steal whatever he flashed in, or then steal the Death Ray Shaman.
Yep.
It's going to be an interesting fork that he's going to put Charlie in here.
Yep.
It just depends how both players want to approach this.
Yeah, this is a very interesting turn here. A lot's going to ride on this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because then you can pick off the Bowmasters if he flashes in the Bowmasters.
Exactly. You get your own Orc token. Deadpool's big enough to eat the Voice of Victory in combat.
Felia can't exile itself, can it?
No, it can't.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it can technically flicker the Deadpool, but that's not something you want to flicker.
I'm more wondering if Deadpool becomes a Felia, can it exile itself to do it again? But it can't.
No.
Yeah.
So Felia only flickers on combat.
Yeah, when it attacks, yeah.
Okay, here we go. What's the choice? Yeah, so Charlie's just realized, unfortunately, that he's made a mistake there. But he doesn't choose the Voice of Victory.
Yeah, so he didn't get punished. Oh, yeah. All right, we got a Deadpool token. Steven saying, I want some content generated.
For
doing
reference,
it for the fans.
Steven found this in a comic store, like it's a keychain that he's ripped the keychain off, so it's just the Deadpool symbol. And he said, I think these are going to be pretty good tokens.
That's sick.
Steven's token game is pretty good. He uses a lot of really retro Pokemon cards for most of his tokens in his collection.
Yep.
This Deadpool thing that he found is just, it's so Steven. It's so, perfectly encapsulates him as a person.
Look how quickly Charlie's health has dropped. He's on 8 already.
Mm-hmm.
Which, how many times has he been attacked?
Is this the first time Legistrat has actually come across?
Yeah, one attack and Charlie's already on 8 life, so...
The fact that Deadpool makes you take 3 damage as well is just...
3 is so much.
It's such a big number. Okay.
Wonderful card. One of my all-time favorites, Murderous Cut.
Big fan of this. I loved this Triggered Beanstalk when it was in Modern.
Yeah.
Oh, Murderous Cut. There's a lot of damage coming back, at least.
Mm.
Now, do we want to flicker anything with the Felia? We're going to flicker out Death Ray Shaman. Perfect. So now it doesn't have the Deadpool text when it's going to come back.
Amazing. And you get the counter on the Felia.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're gaming.
And we get to give Steven back his little token.
No more content for you.
Steven's hand is still incredibly good, though. He has Expressive Iteration, he has Drown in the Lock, and he has a Spell Pierce.
This Grixis deck is just insane.
Only good cards.
We need to point the players. We can't keep pointing the cards. It doesn't do anything.
I think
Point bus stops. Bus stops across the nation. Point them all.
Yeah, I think since the inception of the Grixis deck as a whole, it's gone up by 6 points, which is crazy to think of for this deck. We got
a 7-point format.
Yeah,
so, right. It's been halved.
It got
insane.
Nethergoyf, Tameo,
Yep.
Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Mental Misstep.
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 others I cannot remember off the top of my head, but it's eaten a lot of points and it's still continuing to put up these
Well, not
numbers.
long before then, Bowmasters got pointed, Ragavan got pointed.
Yeah, there you go.
A bunch of these other ones as well. So
Lutri and Gush, that was the other ones.
Yes.
Lutri and Gush both got an extra point on them.
Mystic Sanctuary, is that still pointed?
It is still pointed, yes.
So that's been pointed for a while.
Yeah. the Bus Stop Boys have actually cut Sanctuary from the mana
That's
base
right,
this
yeah.
week.
Yeah.
So,
Which it seems good, to be honest.
yeah.
Yeah. It's so awkward at times.
It's just clunky
And you
a
can't
lot.
ever get your Badlands out when you need it.
Yeah. So for a lot of the other players who are still, fighting for top 8 slots or who have already locked up their top 8 slots, that's the key difference in these Grixis decks today, basically. It's just Mystic Sanctuary versus no Mystic Sanctuary.
Yep. All right. So this is in response to the Bowmasters.
Yes, because it is still Steven's turn. He wants to get the Connive trigger, and he gets the Fellier off the table. And now we get to check the Voice of Victory, finally.
Yep.
But Steven's on 8. We do have a Death Ray Shaman. We are going to be hitting with, we're attacking with 5 1-power creatures.
Yep.
This is really close to lethal.
Does that do anything?
Yeah, that
Is there
actually.
a Deadpool?
That's a
game
Deadpool.
over, right?
That's a Deadpool.
I like that.
Oh, an Animate Dead, is that either player's graveyard or is it just your own?
It's either players.
It's either players, yeah, there you go.
Yep. So if we get this Deadpool back, then they'll take
Gimme.
this free.
And yeah, Steven knows he's dead. Yikes. Well navigated by Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie's on fire today.
Yeah,
This deck is really sweet.
yeah. Usually you don't see these like black-white decks have this much of an unfair element to them. Usually they're egregiously fair.
Yes. All right, so if we have a look at Charlie's sideboard here, what do we think?
I know what Steven's bringing in. We've got the Massacre, we've got the Deluge. In fact, he's going to do it straight up, face up. Nihil Spellbomb, K-Command. Looks like the 4 that he's choosing to pick up. And then there's the Spell Pierce gone. What else are we looking to cut, Steven? Duress has got to go. Shop. Heavy creature matchup. Force of Negation and probably Force of Will would be the 4th card, I'd expect.
I do find it interesting that Force of Will is one of the most sideboarded out pointed cards.
Yeah, yeah.
It's an interesting little wrinkle.
I think it's because, as we've been talking about for a lot of today, the format is definitely separated into fair and very unfair.
Yeah, absolutely.
So in the matchups where it's fair versus fair, Force of Will is a horrible exchange.
Of course.
And when it's fair versus unfair, it's the best card you could possibly have.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So the delta on that card is very, very high, which is obviously why it's pointed as well.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it's just interesting that most other decks would never bought out one of their pointed cards,
God,
right?
no.
Whereas they regularly just bought out Force of Will, and it's correct to do so.
And they're so happy to do it.
Yeah.
They're like, my deck gets better without this card in
Yeah.
it. And then what else from Steven's side would we expect?
I think Rest in Peace.
Rest in Peace is pretty good. I'd like Thoughtseize as a way to force through. I also like Thalia. These Grixis decks are low to the ground and they want to play multiple spells.
Yep.
And Thalia just adding 1 to every cost really limits how much the deck is able to manipulate its way through
So
a game.
similarly, they probably bring an Archon of Meria as well.
Yeah, I can see Archon. The difference between 2 and 3 mana is still a little bit worrisome.
Sure.
Especially being on the draw. Maybe Archon comes in if Steven wins game 2 and we go to a game 3.
Yep.
But yeah, I'd be looking at Thoughtseize, potentially Duress, Rest in Peace, Thalia as my first considerations.
Yep.
And then potentially Archon for game 3. And then what will we be boarding out? I think Clarion Conqueror is not it for this matchup. There's
doesn't do much.
Not much that it's going to do. Like, it'll obviously impact things like Deathrite Shaman, but beyond that, and then we've got...
What is a Sir Vondum?
Sir Vonda?
Vondum.
Vondum? I don't know either. Let's pull this up on screen.
Oh,
is this new Edge of Eternity's card?
Let's have a look. Yeah, this is in the sideboard. No, it's in the main deck. But do we want this? Jolt dies.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just like punishing you for playing removal spell. It's a legendary black and white card.
Could be decent.
I don't hate it, to be honest. I don't hate it.
That's such an interesting sideboard card. It has no protection or anything.
Yeah.
Obviously, your opponent knows you're a low to the floor creature deck, so they're going to bring in a lot of removal. But if you just kill it, it doesn't do anything, right?
Yeah, but it does it's like those Blood Artist effects where you have to get that off the table before you sweep, because otherwise it's so painful to do it the other way around.
All right.
Here we go. All right, I can't really get a good look at Charlie's hand. I saw the Silent Clearing, but that's about it. Steven's hand looks phenomenal. It looks like that's a Ragavan, Underground Sea, Ponder, with the 3 cards he flashed there.
Maybe a counterspell? I'm not sure if I caught that.
I saw a Burrington Forge Tender and a Leonin Arbiter in Charlie's hand as well. Oh, it's a Deathrite Shaman. His hand is so many points. Oh, good.
Oh, good. Spirit of the Labyrinth.
Spirit of Labyrinth is a good one. 2 mana, 3/1 enchantment creature that you can only...
That was boarded in.
That's boarded in. Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Very interesting. Oh, and Steven's drawn Kaito as well. This Forge Tender just hard checking Ragavan has got to be very frustrating for Steven.
Protection from red's so good.
Mm-hmm. We've got a shuffle here. I can assume Steven wants to find something like Fatal Push or Dismember, something to get this Forge Tender off, get the mana advantage from this Ragavan, and actually have this card do something in this game.
Yeah, Monkey wants to get in.
Yeah. He's going to be king of the pirates. He's going to be king. What a crazy creature type pirate is in Magic. I love it. Big, big fan. So he's picked up Expressive Iteration as well.
That's right, Shaman's a nice one.
So yeah, Steven's hand pretty loaded. Ooh, Ghost Quarter plus
and the
Lotus Petal.
That's sweet. So play this Lotus Arbiter.
Uh-oh. No?
We're not leading on that.
Charlie, you got to get him.
What is this card?
Thalia.
Okay.
Oh, it's Thalia. Okay, sure. Interesting.
Okay. So I guess maybe...
So Thalia checks everything on the ground.
Yep. And slows Steven down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
If Steven wants to remove it, it's basically his whole turn.
And he has drawn Drown in the Lock, but Charlie doesn't have a graveyard.
Yep. So smart. We would have sacked the Lotus Petal. We would have...
Yeah. We would have thrown the game.
5 steps ahead.
Yeah, Steven's very bottlenecked on mana, and this is what I was saying about Thalia as a potential sideboard option.
Yep.
And even if Steven leads with, Expressive Iteration here,
can't do anything else.
What's he going to do? He can't play a 1-drop unless it's a creature.
Arbiter is such a beating.
Yeah.
He's got the mana, I guess, to search.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas, yeah. So you have to time it.
There we go. I think Steven's actually quite happy to see the Thalia come across, to be honest.
You don't double block?
It's first strike. So you double block, you lose both. I mean, you lose one of your creatures to get the Thalia off the table. I think Stevens would rather deal with the creatures that are untapped to see if the Ragavan can gain additional value. Plus, we've got the Kaido in hand.
Mm-hmm. It just feels like he's starting to fall behind.
Yeah.
He was definitely in front, and was on the play. I'm just wondering. Because if you just pass turn here and do nothing, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, for sure. Steven, there's no graveyard.
Do I need to call a judge or?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
Steven's realized it. Cool.
Got it. He's doing this for the content, everyone. By the way.
Yeah. So he can cast the spell, right? This is the problem.
But it won't destroy it.
Doesn't have a graveyard. It's very rare that players don't have a graveyard on turn 3 or 4 of this format. But
now, Charlie could be a gentleman and sacrifice Lotus Petal in response.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, because what's the wording on Drown in the Lock? Can we pull that up just to see? If it's destroy target creature with CMC or if, that's a big difference, right? So the wording of the card matters if Steven can actually even play the card.
Yeah, it says with, not if.
So he can't actually cast it. Yeah.
So just giving off free information and getting a GRV.
Yeah, so this is going to be a GRV, and this is going to be, we're going to rewind, put it back in his hand. Which means Steven might just go, sigh, I guess I'm cycling this Lorien revealed.
Illegal, against the laws.
So criminal activities.
To the stocks with you, Steven.
Absolutely criminal. Are we going to let...
He has one pirate, look at him. Now he's just cheating all over the place.
It's a bad look, Steven. Steven has had a rough day today. He's been subject to some uncomfortable judge calls, a lot of re-sleeving of his deck. Trying to plead his case to the audience. Love it. Right. For the content, Steven, for the content.
Exactly. So now making the one legal play we have.
Yep. The one non-convicted felony.
See? He does it all for the content.
He knows.
Everything's for the content.
And the most part is, every time one of my mates makes a mistake on coverage, they know I'm going to go ham the second that I'm off camera.
And they deserve it, to be honest.
Exactly.
They deserve it. Because we were saying at the start of this match, he's played so much Grixis, one of the pioneers.
Unlucky. And god damn it, it's
Never
Deadpool.
punished. Never punished. Unbelievable.
Better lucky than good.
Yeah. That's the secret sauce for these Grixis decks.
This Deadpool card is just... Why is it the best card in the game every time we see it on the camera?
I mean, he still lost with it last time.
Because he lost to a Deadpool, right?
That's true. That's true. The only thing that can beat a Deadpool is a bigger Deadpool. Is a good guy with a Deadpool.
Give me it.
He's so happy with that token.
Yeah. The little smile on his face just says it all.
Don't you forget the 3 line.
Yeah. Look at Steven's smile. He's so excited. This is the feeling Deadpool invokes. You love to be doing it. Yeah. You hate to have it done to you. Ooh, okay.
Did you hear Charlie's like, I hate to put a card in my graveyard.
Steven with the cheeky, would you like to target my Deadpool?
It's always great seeing friends play.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
The politely decline, actually. Once again, giving Steven back the token. I'm not letting you have this again. But look, even then, Deadpool on the board, it's pretty big body.
Yeah.
The Spirit of the Labyrinth is checking it being a 3-1 and Forge Tender being, pro-red. But it does mean this Thalia is not attacking anymore.
Yep. It's been a long time since I've seen Flicker Wisp. It's nice to see it again. It does all sorts of weird stuff.
It does so many weird shenanigans that you can possibly do. Like, even in Modern, it started seeing a lot of play when the black-white deck started popping up.
Yep.
Doing things like flickering your double-face lands to turn your Witch Enchanter land
into a creature. Yeah.
Flickering Overlords to turn them into a permanent creature. We're going to expressively iterate, as Steven says. Is it good? Force of Will, land, and...
Emperor of Bones, maybe?
Emperor or Fatal Push? It might be the Yargle Fatal Push.
Looks like Emperor.
It is Emperor. There you go. Yeah. Steven takes the Force of Will, trying to make stem the bleeding essentially from where we currently are. But we are going to get this Emperor into play.
Okay, that's pretty good. We're doing a lot of wheel spinning.
A lot of wheel spinning. We're kind of hitting a bit of a stalemate.
Yeah.
Obviously, this Flick West was going to probably start hitting in the air for 3.
Yeah.
But Forge Tender is locking down the board pretty nicely against both the Ragavan and the Deadpool.
Baraglyph's a nice one.
Is that what Charlie just picked up?
Yep.
That is a good one. Does he have a third land? He's missed land drops for the last couple of turns.
Doesn't.
Does not. Does have a Fatal Push. Is that a Fatal Push?
I think so.
Yes,
and
it's the Yargle Fatal Push.
Well. No, it's not a Swords. What's this white card?
Seasoned Dungeoneer, I think.
That's right, yes. Is that a pointed card? It is.
It is, yeah. It is, and for good reason.
Absolutely. That was a miserable time when all those...
2024 was a rough year to be playing 7-point and not be playing the initiative. Steven would like to go to combat. Yeah, Seasoned Dungeoneer, very, very good. White Plume Adventurer as well was so obnoxious. Being a 3-mana version of a creature that gives initiative as well.
Especially with all these Ephemerate style, Flicker Wisp style effects.
Yeah.
Just being able to take the initiative over and over again and not wait for the multiple turns.
Yeah.
All right, we've hit the third land.
There we go. Now, how do we want to approach this?
World is Charlie's oyster.
And now Steven...
Charlie's winning.
Yep, and now Steven does have access to Force of Will and Drown in the Lock for any, he can take out the Forge Tender, he can Force of Will the first thing to come down and then still cast Drown in the Lock as well. There we go, there's the in response. What's Steven planning to do? He even has Thought Scour, so he can Thought Scour Charlie if he wants to accelerate this Drown in the Lock.
That's fantastic. Which is such a flex because Charlie's playing around it.
Yeah, exactly.
But can't play around the Thought Scour. Throw it in the lock.
Now we can cast it, Steven, yeah.
All good, chat, all good.
And then this Leonin Arbiter on the stack. How do we want to proceed? Are we Force of Willing this? Yes, is the answer. Now, yeah, there we go.
Okay. Cost him a lot.
But now Steven's ahead on the board.
Stabilized,
significantly ahead on the board.
Yep.
It doesn't look like much, but he's going to be able to, attack and be able to ninjutsu in this Kaito on something.
Yes.
And now he can start going after the graveyard now that he doesn't need it anymore.
Also just puts extra pressure on.
Exactly. Now, there's no more lands for this Deathrite Shaman as well, so it's not a source of mana anymore. One of the unreliable parts of Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah, but now it's just a kill condition.
Exactly.
Like, as the life totals get lower.
We're going to start draining. And Charlie's only on 12 life. This is a lot of damage.
There's a trade here.
There's a trade. Okay. So we're
Deadpool
not...
has trample?
Yeah, it does.
Unbelievable.
Why does this card have so many words on it?
Unbelievable.
Actually, no, it doesn't.
Charlie said take 2 for something. I'm not sure.
Hang on, yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
There's no way of knowing.
Because if it had trample, he would have taken 4.
Yeah, that's right.
And... yeah, Deadpool swapped with something, so it would have those abilities. Unsure. Tasiga, huge. This is huge. Now, Steven's probably going to play around that Animate Dead and get rid of his own Deadpool. Yep, there we go. So I don't want to lose the game the way I lost game 1.
Yeah. Oh, very heads up.
There we go.
It's amazing how quickly this has changed this board state within 2 turns.
Yep.
Charlie missed lands for a few turns.
Charlie's got a lot of cards in hand. It's just like, how many of these matter?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Baraglyph is going to, unfortunately, get shrunk over and over by this Emperor Deathrite combo.
Yeah.
So it's not even going to really present that much of a threat over time. We only have, instant sorcery, creature, enchantment, land, but that could easily just become a 3-power creature very, very quickly.
I guess it's a good blocker right now, which is what Charlie needs.
Yeah.
Because even if it's just at 1 power, it still trades.
Do we have a line to win the game here from Steven? I think without a land in the graveyard, the answer is no, but it's very close. It's very, very close, honestly.
Lord Scour, hit the land off the top.
Well, Valley's going to make it cost 2 more, so I think this might just be hardcast Kaido for 5, tap down Barry, and shove.
Love that.
Do the math is for blockers, you figure it out.
Of course.
Barrowboat's going to have a little bit of a nap, and by the time that thing wakes up, the game's going to be over.
EP time for Barrowboat.
We can even hold Baleful Strix, back to chump check this Flicker Wisp as well.
I don't think it matters. 2, 3, 4.
Because to avoid dying,
10.
I think we're going to have to chump the Tasiga.
Oh, he's stunned the Flicker Wisp.
Interesting. Yeah, that is very interesting, actually.
So maybe Steven wants to slow the game down?
Yeah.
Feels like he's ahead.
I mean, if we swing in with the Baraglyph here, Steven does get to block with Baleful Strix. Ooh. Oh, hang on. Oh, Bowmaster time.
Kill the Baleful Strix. And then Steve has to use a real card to trade with it.
And this gives us an artifact for the Baraglyph. Oh, sorry, we already had the Lotus Petal. Yeah, we already had the Lotus Petal.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4/5. That means he has to lose 2 creatures.
Yeah.
I guess you could exile one of the types with... oh, no, he's all out of mana. Yeah, it's all out of mana. So we'll have to either chump.
Chumping with this Ragavan that has done, unfortunately, nothing this entire game.
Yep.
Getting brick-walled by Forge Tender and then Thalia.
Yep.
Okay, so Steven looked like he just drew Corey Steelcutter.
Yep.
Which is a huge pickup on this board, actually. Ooh. Just trying to see how he wants to try and navigate this. Because this Baraglyph has now given Charlie a healthy life total.
And Thalia is just kicking Steven's ass.
Yeah, honestly. It is being a miserable, miserable time for all of Steven's spells. Turns out, if you add 1 to the cost of every single card in your deck, makes your deck a little worse.
Well, when the whole idea of your deck is to cast 1 mana spells, 0 mana spells, and 2 mana spells, doubling their mana cost it's a huge tax. So much life, it's so annoying, Steven.
Yeah.
Why don't you just die?
Yeah, this is a very crucial point in the game for Steven.
Yeah, it's either person's game here.
Attacking with the Kaido.
Wow. Okay.
This is very interesting. The Bane of Nightmares.
This card's been really impressive.
Yeah, I'm very glad that they decided, this was the tech piece they wanted to try this week.
Yep.
And it is performing for them. So now we're going to get a Kaido emblem. As I said,
There's all these Pokemon. Oh, the Mew. That's
the
gorgeous.
Mew promo from the first Pokemon movie. Steven knows what he's about. As I said, gorgeous collection of tokens every time. The producer is also very excited by the Mew promo, and Steven acknowledges. It's going to cost one more. We have a Thalia in play. Judge. We're gonna need to pay one more mana for this. Oh no. Oh no. This might be another GRV. All right, we're getting the judge over to have a look and see what's going on. As I said, Steven has not been having a good day.
I think Steven's just lonely. He wants someone in his corner.
Yeah.
Someone just standing behind him,
We need to have like a service for players that's like a judge lawyer.
Yeah.
Like if a judge comes over to your table, you have like a lawyer who can be like, hey, sorry, my client did not mean to incorrectly pay for this Corey Steel Cutter.
Do you have any proof?
Yeah.
Is it on coverage per se?
Sorry, my client has no idea what this Art of Thalia is. This could be any other card. So yeah. Stephen heard the judge say, I think this is a simple enough fix, and he was like, oh, thank God.
The simple fix is you are disqualified.
They just take Stephen out the back, old Yeller style. And they're like, it's time to go.
It's easy enough. We can fix this.
You've been a good player, Stephen.
It's nice knowing you. You've done plenty of great work on Grixis. It's someone else's.
Okay, so we're undoing back to the Corey Steel Cutter being placed on the stack.
Yep.
And then pay the correct mana. It's in play. Cool. Oh no.
Well, they're for different things, right?
Oh, okay, true. So it's only if it's for the three of the same thing.
Yeah.
And how many things are adding cost in this format or making you incorrectly cast your spells?
But there's still time. There's still, this game.
Yeah, exactly.
You could get 2 more. And there might be a game 3.
No, he's down. If he loses another GRV, he's out of here.
Yep.
Okay, so I believe we're still waiting for the judge to come back with a decision on how this is going to proceed.
Yep.
Given that Stephen did just say, I have more than one GRV, I think I might have 2 other ones. And Charlie is not moving. And I feel like Charlie's in a position where he would probably have made a move by now.
Yeah.
So this definitely feels like we're pausing to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
So we'll let you know the second we also know. I have currently eye contact with one of the judges. So
this is such a deep board state.
Yeah.
There's so much going on here. There's so much power on both sides.
And it could turn on a knife's edge.
Yeah,
like it's very complicated from here.
Tax effects. It's all happening. Yeah, there is a game loss.
So
unfortunate. Wow.
Very unfortunate way to end the very last game we're going to see of the Swiss portion of Canbrawl 5.
But took it very well.
Yeah, look how
Still
lovely
smiling.
he is as a man. Look at that. He said, good luck in the top 8 to Charlie. Like, has no, disrespect to Charlie, no ill will, understands, I've made this mistake, unfortunately. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're playing at high level. There's a lot of money on the line, and we want to keep it clean.
It's been 7 hours. Anything you do for 7 hours, you're going to get sloppy at some point, right?
Yep.
And I think people, when they watch Magic coverage, there is this assumption that everyone is always going to play perfectly. Everyone is going to be, if anything is made as a mistake, it's an obvious they are cheating. When in all reality, 7 hours of doing anything that involves your brain at this level, you're going to start getting a bit fatigued. You're going to get a bit sloppy. That's why you watch top 8 sometimes and you think, how did they get here?
Yeah. Because it's a marathon at that point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like they're the ones that were able to sustain their stamina for that long.
Yeah.
And also when you think about it, people make mistakes all the time in gameplay, right? Like they make,
exactly.
Like technical errors, and they might make a bad play. And making one of these GRVs is really not that different to a bad play.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just you slipped or you didn't catch something. But we need to punish them, and
We need to punish them.
we need to take him out the back now.
Yeah, Stephen's been taken out the back. He's been given his game loss. He'll take it in stride.
Congrats,
But
Charlie.
Charlie shrugs it off. He's in the top 8, and it's going to be interesting. So, from what I can see out in the field, it looks like Judas is still playing his matchup for the top 8, and it looks like James has finished his match. I don't know if he's won or not, but that's one less Grixis player in the top 8. You can stop screaming that it needs points. It's clearly horrendous.
It's also too hard to play.
Yeah, exactly. exactly. If you can stand the headaches, sleeve it up. Let's give it a go. But that's probably going to do us for round 7.
Yes.
And we're going to figure out who's in the top 8. There's 14 minutes left in the actual round time. So we're going to go and figure out who is going to join. It looks like Jennifer is going to be in the top 8. We got Volty in the top 8.
Yep.
Jim Wilkes looks like he's in the top 8 as well. We got Charlie Myers. We have Ryan Lewis Johns. So we got 3 spots up for grabs. So we're going to go find out who they are, and we'll hopefully see you back for the quarters and the semis. Enjoy.